What you're about to read is a story of boldness, determination, and the relentless pursuit of pushing boundaries in motorsports. At the heart of it is Jayo Archer, an Australian motocross rider who captivated the world with his fearlessness, grit, and willingness to tackle the most dangerous stunts imaginable. Jayo's name became synonymous with the daring triple backflip, a trick that very few have attempted due to the alarming risks involved. But like many great athletes, Jayo's ambition and drive came with high stakes, and tragically, his story ended too soon. The story of the backflip in motorsports began with a groundbreaking moment that changed the face of action sports forever. Josie Yanes made history when he became the first person to successfully perform a backflip on a motorbike. This monumental stunt ignited a revolution in motorsports, inspiring generations of riders to attempt new daring feats. Freestyle motocross was born from that pivotal moment, and it became the ultimate test for adrenaline seekers. Soon, athletes were backflipping everything from jet skis and snowmobiles to monster trucks. If it had an engine, someone was flipping it. But it was within the FMX community that the backflip became an art form, and no rider pushed the boundaries of this trick further than Jayo Archer. Among the first to bring the backflip into mainstream competition was Carey Hart. In 2000, Hart became the first rider to attempt a backflip during an FMX competition. Although his landing wasn't perfect, it was a landmark moment that opened the door to a new era in freestyle motocross. The sport was revolutionized again in 2006 when Travis Pastrana, one of the most legendary names in motorsports, landed the first ever double backflip during the X Games. Pastrana's feat was so outrageous that it earned him a near-perfect score of 98.6 in the best trick category. At the time, it was considered the pinnacle of FMX stunts, but Pastrana's double backflip wouldn't be the last word in the history of this trick. Fast forward to 2015, and another FMX legend, Josh Sheehan, took the backflip to an entirely new level. Sheehan pulled off the first ever triple backflip in motocross, launching himself off the biggest ramp the sport had ever seen. The trick was so dangerous that it had never been attempted before, and it seemed unlikely anyone would dare try it again. For years, Sheehan's triple flip remained the most dangerous stunt in the FMX's playbook, with no rider stepping up to challenge it, until 2022, when Jayo Archer shocked the world by throwing down a triple backflip at the Nitro World Games. Jayo's journey to becoming one of the top freestyle motocross riders in the world began at a very young age. Growing up in Australia, he was born into a community that lived and breathed motocross. At just 4 years old, Jayo was already revving up his first motorbike, and by 6, he was entering local competitions. His natural talent for riding was apparent from the start. By the time he was 15, Jayo became the youngest person to backflip a bike off a 75-foot ramp, an achievement that quickly made him a rising star in the FMX world. Jayo was fortunate to grow up surrounded by some of the best riders in Australia, including Cam Sinclair, who is widely regarded as one of the country's greatest FMX athletes. Sinclair, who lived with Jayo's family for several years, passed on his knowledge of freestyle motocross to the young rider. This mentorship proved invaluable as Jayo honed his skills and set his sights on bigger and more dangerous stunts. Despite his promising start, Jayo's journey wasn't without setbacks. In his late teens, Jayo joined the world-famous Nitro Circus, an extreme sports collective led by Travis Pastrana. Touring the world with Nitro Circus, Jayo had the opportunity to perform alongside some of the best riders in the industry, traveling to places like Europe, America, and China. However, his career hit a roadblock when he suffered a catastrophic accident during one of Nitro Circus' live shows. Unbeknownst to Jayo, the up-ramp he was meant to launch off had been moved midway through the performance, causing him to slam into the ground at high speed. The accident left Jayo with a broken spine, a crushed voice box, a broken ankle, and even a leak in his heart. It was the worst injury of his career, and it took 6 long months of recovery before he could ride again. Despite the severity of his injuries, Jayo's resilience was unmatched. By late 2018, he was back on his bike, fully recovered, and determined to chase the most dangerous stunt of his life, the triple backflip. Landing a triple backflip is one of the most difficult and dangerous tricks in FMX, and only a handful of riders in history have ever attempted it. Even single backflips have proven deadly. FMX star Jeremy Lust tragically lost his life in 2009 while attempting an Indian air backflip. Cam Sinclair, Jayo's mentor, was also severely injured while attempting a double backflip, spending a week in a coma and fighting for his life. Knowing the risks, Jayo still pushed forward with his dream of landing the triple backflip. In preparation for the trick, Jayo sought help from none other than Travis Pastrana, the man who had revolutionized FMX with his double backflip. Pastrana responded to Jayo's call for help, inviting him to train at Pastranaland, Pastrana's personal extreme sports playground. There, Jayo spent weeks training on an enormous 8-meter-high ramp, launching himself 100 feet into the air and working on perfecting the triple flip. The training was grueling. Jayo bent 15 sets of handlebars from the immense G-forces involved in the trick, but by the end of the session, he was ready to take on the world. Jayo's hard work paid off in October 2022, when he finally achieved his dream at the Nitro World Games. In front of a roaring crowd, Jayo launched himself off the biggest ramp FMX's fans had ever seen, soaring into the air and completing a perfect triple backflip. It was a historic moment, one that solidified Jayo as one of the sport's greatest talents. That same night, fellow rider Harry Bink also landed a triple, clinching the gold medal. But for Jayo, the glory of landing the trick was more than enough. After his monumental achievement, Jayo's career soared. In 2023, he competed in the X Games, where he became the first person to land a no-hand double backflip off the next generation ramp, earning him a bronze medal. His fearless riding style and undeniable talent earned him widespread recognition, and he spent the rest of the year touring, competing, and performing at Nitro Circus events around the world. Jayo even began teasing the possibility of attempting a quad flip, a trick so dangerous it had never been seriously considered by any FMX rider. However, tragedy struck in early 2024. On February 21st, Nitro Circus announced the heartbreaking news that Jayo Archer had died while practicing the triple backflip near his home in Melbourne. The FMX World was stunned. Tributes poured in from across the globe, with fellow riders, fans, and even Jayo's idol, Travis Pastrana, mourning the loss of one of the sport's brightest stars. Jayo's fiancé and family were devastated, and a fund was quickly set up to support them, which received overwhelming support from the community, including a $15,000 donation from Nitro Circus. Jayo's story is a cruel reminder of the risks that come with pushing the limits of extreme sports. Freestyle motocross is a sport defined by its high stakes, and riders like Jayo put their lives on the line every time they perform. Despite the tragic ending, Jayo's life was an inspirational tale of boldness, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. He was a fearless spirit who lived life to the fullest, and his legacy will continue to inspire future generations of FMX riders. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more stories about motorsports legends, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We've got more jaw-dropping stunts, untold stories, and in-depth features on the way. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.